What's up, everybody? Welcome to ACES Conference Facebook Live. We are live coming at you, hitting it up. It's me and my boy T-Dog, Tim Pearson, hanging out in Seattle. I don't have my iPad on the side here to tell me if things are working or not, so I'm hoping people can see this. Check this link.
Oh, so we're either live or we're not live.
We're either
Justin, how's it going?
live or not live. I think the choice of live or not live is a very metaphysical one that we need to think about internally and say, are we alive or is this really the Matrix?
Feels like the Matrix.
Work from home.
Rutabaga makes it the Matrix.
Right? Working from home wouldn't be so bad if we can plug into another world and do stuff.
Right, but guess what? We can't. Wouldn't it be cool if just everything was here's my screen and I just want to what's that Tom Cruise movie?
No, that's Johnny Mnemonic. You're thinking of Minority Report.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking more Johnny Mnemonic style, which was precursor. We had this conversation the other day with my staff. Johnny Mnemonic was precursor to Matrix. It's a second movie where Keanu Reeves has a hole in the back of his head, and there's a great scene where he's in the elevator. Where's my phone? He's in the elevator and he needs to double up his memory, so he grabs this device and he takes a wire and he plugs it in the back of his head, and it was called a RAM doubler, and it doubled the amount of space in his brain. Because the whole premise of the movie was these carriers, they were drug runners basically, and they would remove memories to make space in their brain for other data that would be inputted into them. And there's a great scene.
That.
You remember this? There's a great scene where he's got to break the firewall, because that's what they always have to do in IT movies. And he's in a virtual reality headset, and this is the best. They show sometimes from the outside of what he looks like while he's in there, and so he's in there, he's moving, and then he had to back up, right? And so he goes like this. They show from the outside, they show his hand. You see him like this, and he goes like this. He goes as if he's grabbing something and physically backing up the internet, and he's left turn, and it was just such a weird movie.
I was just trying to think of how many Keanu Reeves movies I've seen, and I think it's 2.
Matrix.
He was in. No, never saw it.
Speed.
He was in. Yeah, I saw Speed.
The Ashland
3.
Bill and Ted.
Was he in Bill and Ted? Yeah, Bill and Ted, yeah. And then was he also in? Was he in Parenthood?
That was a TV show.
No. It was a Steve Martin movie.
I don't. Let me pull up his. I'm gonna pull up his list in here. I don't think he was in Parenthood.
Somebody out there will correct me. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, he was in Parenthood in 1989.
All right,
he played Todd with 1D.
Yeah, he said famously something about any asshole can be a parent, but you have to get a driver's license to actually drive, or something like that.
He's got 106 credits to his name, by the way. That includes any pre-production. That's including any pre-production stuff in video games. Well, keep in mind, he's done some video games, but whatever.
Enough about it. But
you never seen John Wick? John Wick is awesome.
I want to get back to RAM Doubler. Did you ever have RAM Doubler in 9 days or whatever?
Oh man!
Right? How awesome was
What did that thing? Okay, so what did that thing actually do?
No idea.
Didn't it just convert hard space into RAM?
Yeah. Right.
Oh wait, hold on. We're getting people coming in here. Station logo. Sorry. David Meyer says, "The Day the Earth Stood Still remake." And Brian Bass says, "John effing Wick." RAM Doubler software Mac. Oh, here we go. Daring Fireball.
It was some kind of virtual RAM.
Yeah, it compressed RAM. All right, so Daring Fireball, which is actually repeating an article from our own Adam Angst. RAM Doubler is a single small extension that literally doubles your RAM. I'm not guessing 2-to-1 comp ratio, whatever. Many people have expressed disbelief that such a feat is not possible, saying that they'd avoid anything like RAM Doubler because it does obviously stray things to memory, which isn't safe, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it uses VM tricks, is what Brian Best says. I thought it was doing more taking hard drive space and allocating it to RAM. I remember it just not.
Yeah.
It really didn't do anything. Like you didn't need it and it didn't work.
Well, I think it lets you do one more. Like you could have another app open because remember, like back in System 9, there was all the like multitasking. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is hurting my head. I don't. Just even thinking about going back that far, I don't. Never
do you want to
mind.
know a
Let's
story
move
about
on to
System 9?
something
Wait, do you
else.
want to know a story about System 9? This is a great story. I used ResEdit. Remember that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I made System 9 into OS 10 well before OS 10 existed because I had in my brain that I was going to sell it. Like I basically changed graphics and changed some stuff, and I packaged it on a bunch of discs, and I tried to sell it as Mac OS 10, the newer version that no one has, and it didn't work. I told you I've been an entrepreneur I've been an entrepreneur my entire life.
Yeah, that's a little too much side hustle.
We don't use that word on this. Excuse me, we do not use that word on this channel. Passive income.
I actually have. All right, fine. I actually have a machine still running in production, running OS 9 and PageMaker. So there you go. And it's frightening. It's frightening, but it's true.
Because they need to open up old documents and convert them?
Let's see. How much? No, because they're receiving PageMaker files to this day for an important piece of our infrastructure here in these neck of the woods. That's really all I can say about it. But
I really want to see like a bunch of dudes with like sunglasses and black suits just drop in from the sky and be like, no, like take you away. In this episode, Justin and Tim are talking about how old they are. System 9, is that like iOS System 9? AJ, you're a child. Yes, iOS 9. I recently, maybe 2 years ago, we finally took out our final OS 8 machine. Somebody was running a 4D database on it, and we convinced them to pay the money to upgrade to the newer version of 4D. So now it's running on a 1012 machine running 4D. So it's still like it's not great, but it's better.
It's better. It's better. Yeah, the question is, would the System 8 machine actually be safer? Or
yeah, that was the thing. Like the machine itself, it was just covered in dust, but like there was nothing wrong with it. But like we have on our contracts that like if you want to work with us, nothing older than 5 years, otherwise we charge you a pretty penny.
Yeah, and is it like less prone to hacking than I don't know. Anyway.
Who knows? If somebody knows the answer to that, we'll post that as a question. If somebody knows the answer is Mac, Mac, what was it called then? It was just called OS, right? Or was it Mac OS or OS X?
It was just OS.
So, System OS 8. Is System OS 8 more secure than Mac OS 12? Sierra.
10.12.
10.12, thanks. 10.12 Sierra. Brian Best writes, security by obscurity. I get
exactly.
it.
I think that's the best way. I mean, that's your.
If someone's gonna rob a building, they're not gonna take the old piece of shit computer. They're gonna take the newer shiny ones.
Well, and who's gonna even like put in the effort to try to hack it? Brian Best. But
no, hold on. No, but your point is stated. Why? Who would put the time in to hack it? They're doing it because they can, not because they want to. You hack something because you can.
That's the same thing.
Unless, of course, it's the Gibson, and then you have to hack the Gibson.
You aren't. I don't know what you're talking about.
You never seen the movie Hackers?
No.
Oh, you should. Really?
Is that like Sneakers?
It's in like the same era.
No. Is that the one with Robert Redford?
No, that's Sneakers.
Oh, okay.
Hackers is Johnny Lee Miller and Angelina Jolie. And
oh, yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
And for whatever reason, their little 13-inch laptops, their displays are so bright it actually shines onto like what's on their display is actually shining on their face. So the camera's showing from the back of the laptop, but you can see everything that's on screen because it's on their face. AJ Protepka AJ has a really good question for you, Tim. I don't know. Can you see AJ's question?
Yeah, AJ, you're killing me today, man. I
Have you
love you,
ever
buddy.
seen Aftermash?
Why you gotta
Um,
set him up like that? You
that's
make
so
Justice's
funny.
life too easy. Okay, let's talk about something important.
Okay. Spaghetti and meatballs?
I got nothing. I was hoping you'd have something.
What are you making for dinner?
Pizza.
No, we could talk about work. You want to talk about work?
No, we're having pizza tonight. Yeah, well, let's talk about. You know what? There, what I discovered recently is that not just guys like us watch this Facebook thing. Um, Especially not guys like us, because I don't know how to get on this Facebook thing to watch it.
Guys
But
like us.
there's a lot. We have a lot of new friends out there who are working from home for the first time,
Right.
and I don't know about you, but I've been working from home a lot for a long time.
Yeah.
So now that people are a week or two in, I'm wondering if anybody's got any hacks that they've figured out. Because, some of the basic stuff that people told people, everybody's like, oh, make sure you get dressed every day. Don't
Right.
show up, don't wear sweats, whatever. I think that a lot of those things, everybody blows them off the first week. And then the second week they go, oh my God, I stink. I haven't showered in 3 days and I stopped brushing my
so
teeth.
a lot of it's a mindset, right? If your mind, because here's the thing, right? Every Monday through Friday, ideally, you would get up, take a shower, get dressed, and go to work. And on Saturdays and Sundays, you would lounge around, not think about work, not be as productive, and wear sweatpants, right? So the concept there is that if you're going to work from home, if you're in sweatpants, your mind will say to yourself, it's the weekend, and you don't work as hard. And that's why you have to do the things, and you have to keep that routine as best as possible, granted the scenario, to be able to have your mind work in the right manner. Now, there are ways to trick that. Drugs. But like, that's what it's about. And so when you're used to working from home, like I work from home, I get up every morning, I take a shower, I get dressed. I don't come to work in sweatpants. Even if I'm sitting at my desk, my bedroom is literally that wall over there. I don't come to work in sweatpants. I put jeans on. I put on a t-shirt, or my hoodie, or something that's I can go out in without having to change. None of my first off, I don't own any shirts that are like gross and like this is more a dude thing, but like dudes that have like the shirt that still has the stain on it from that football game and it's got a tear over here, but it's my lucky shirt, man. I don't have any of those, and most of my shirts don't have any branding on them. So like I wear Henleys most of the time, like a clean Henley and jeans and socks because I don't wear shoes in my house. And I sit down and I go and I close my door and work time. And so that's what it's about, more than anything else, right? That's the mindset component of it. Now, there are some people who don't need that. There are some people that are comfortable, they're fine with working in sweats, so be it. But, for those who have never done it before, the idea of getting and keeping your routine is what usually helps. That's all. That's why that exists. But I think we have to go beyond that, and we have to go like, what are you doing to make your scenario working from home better?
Do you take the elevator when you go to your office?
So hilariously, I just taught Roman how to do the elevator thing. Do you know that to make it look like you're on? It's not gonna work on camera, but like he goes like this. He goes ding, like from behind a couch or whatever it is. No, I don't. Yeah, I mean sometimes I take an elevator to clients.
Does he do the escalator thing too?
We're working on that one. That one's a little harder because he can take a really wide step.
Yeah, that one's tough.
But it comes down to food too, right? What do you eat for breakfast? When do you eat breakfast? What do you eat for lunch? When do you eat lunch? What times you're scheduling calls. Now it's tough, especially for me and you. We have little ones at home, and we have to pass them back and forth between our significant others and partners and whatever. So that makes it a little tougher in terms of scheduling. But like, if you're eating if you go get pizza every day for lunch, don't like all of a sudden don't not eat lunch because you're home, because you're working from home. Like you have to keep somewhat of a schedule in order to keep it going.
I think that's a big.
You said pizza, and that's what made me think about
I know.
pizza.
Well, we're gonna have pizza, but Jocelyn hasn't made the dough yet, so we might not be having pizza. We may have to punt. But
Whatever.
What?
Just buy pizza.
No. We're gonna make pizza. We got some really nice basil. We got some great looking tomatoes. We can make some sauce. We got this pepperoni that's just calling me in the fridge. Throw a little dollop of ricotta on top of it afterwards. It's gonna be.
We're not a cooking show.
Oh, it's not. Oh, sorry.
We should do a cooking show.
You're gonna pair it with a nice red.
Did you see my steaks on Instagram yesterday? At Justin Escar, for those who want to see it.
No. Were they good?
Oh, they're delicious. Tim just threw his wife under the bus again. I guess this is Tim's last episode. AJ, true secret. Jocelyn doesn't know Tim does this. So well, I want to know, okay. But here's the thing. I posted this on LinkedIn the other day. I asked people, I gave a $25 gift card. No one really impressed me because I only got 2 answers. I wanted to see, maybe we'll do this at ACES Virtual. I wanted to see people's home office setups because I have my home office set up, and before all this happened, before Rutabaga, I was in the process of planning to redo my office. There's another room upstairs. Yep. And it's a bedroom, and so we were going to convert that to my office and make this the guest bedroom. And Michelle and I had laid out plans for built-ins, and so I could have my Mac museum, and I can have my stuff, my stuff, and still have a big enough desk and room to grow it out if I wanted to, and how it would look, so it would feel more office-y. I did a pretty good job in here. No one's seen my office, but like I have a couch and I have a TV and I have a Nintendo setup that goes to it and stuff like that. But like I wanted to see what other people were doing about their offices. I wanted to see other people's designs because there's a lot of technical components also. Like I hate looking at wires. If you come to my office right now, you see the back of my monitor and all the wires are just like there, and I hate that. Right. I hate that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just OCD.
Who comes into your office?
My wife. Okay. My kids. Me. If I leave and I come back. No one ever comes here. Sometimes my staff comes here. Alex, who works for me, lives the next town over, so sometimes he'll come over if we're going to go to another we're going to go to a local client, or if we're going to be studying or working. Which, by the way, I just picked up today. I got this in the mail. Shout outs to Eric Dreyer and Adam Carnboge. Never heard of you, but 10-15 essentials. Look how thick this book is. It is 1/3 my face.
Can you believe those guys like knock one of those out every year?
How much changes really from year to year?
A lot.
Now this year maybe.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So we know what you're doing this weekend. Okay. Well, I have two. Like the thing that keeps me working from home well is a Keurig machine.
A carrot machine?
Because I can Keurig.
Oh, Keurig.
What did I say?
I think you said a carrot machine. Like it just produces carrots.
Yep. Delicious.
Now Michael wants carrots.
He does. He's like, I want carrot. My little carrot top wants a carrot. But I mean that keeps me working, like, because I can go upstairs, get a 5-minute exercise break.
Yeah.
Because I can't take the elevator. I
live on Diet Snapple, and mine's in my garage, which is, because I live in a modified split, so technically it's 2 floors down. I hate those. What, Diet Snapple? Or modified splits?
No. Yeah, modified splits.
Yeah, I do too. So it's fine. It's just, the thing is this, so many people are used to sitting at their desk and eating at their desk and working from their desk and going home. And when you're home, you have to, that sometimes doesn't work. You do need that break. So I tried to I've always worked from home, right? I've never really had an office. Our office in the city is just an address. But I've always tried to take lunch, and even if that's me sitting in the kitchen eating, I might be on my phone, like watching Facebook videos, answering an email or two. I'm not really working. Like my head's not completely in it, but just to get my mind out of desk mode. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah, right.
That helps.
Right.
So, since we're going to talk about Rutabagas, and this is live, and we can talk about this a little bit, this whole CARES package, the whole CARES PPPP thing. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, but let's couch this, and we are not experts.
Speak for yourself. No, I'm not.
because
we're not experts
because
we don't even
nobody
know.
because the answer is nobody's an expert on it, and that's the big thing, right? Is that nobody really knows. I mean, I filled out the paperwork yesterday.
Not for CARES. You filled out the paperwork for EIDL.
Right, but
Something
the way I've read it is that you fill out the EIDL. You however you get your money, you're getting it as an EIDL, and then
that's not how I read it.
If you apply those funds to the proper things, it's forgiven.
So my understanding is that the EIDL is only a $10,000 advancement for your PPP loan.
I don't.
The part that you talk about where your loan payment.
That's you can get that with. You can check a box so that you can also be eligible to get the first $10,000 in 3 days.
Right.
Or up to $10,000 in 3 days. I'm not. See, here's the thing. We could bring in 15 other people. Brian, AJ probably understands it better than all of us because he's in Canada. But we could bring in like 15 people, and everyone would have a different interpretation of it.
Okay, so I'm going to read from a website here, parttimemoney.com or ptmoney.com, right? And this was written and updated today, apparently. Okay.
We got a chance.
Oh, here are the up. So let's back up, right? The whole concept behind it is that companies that are small to medium business can take an SBA loan, a small business loan. And typical small business loans are like any other loan. You would pay it back over time with interest, and that's the end of the story. The overall baseline to what's nice about the CARES package is that it's an SBA loan that if the money is applied to certain things, such as payroll, that money is free and forgiven and does not need to be paid back. Right?
2.5 times a month's worth of payroll. Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
There's some other things like healthcare and rent.
You can't, but from what I understand, which didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Absolutely rent, I believe, not healthcare, but you can use the loan for healthcare, but you can't use the grant portion for healthcare. But I again didn't read on it today. Only read stuff on it over the weekend and yesterday, so all of that news is probably old.
Okay, so here's what PT Money says. Quick summary of the Paycheck Protection Program loan. 4% fixed rate interest, which is great. You can have a loan amount up to 2.5 times the average monthly payroll. Okay? So you can get that much money.
Right.
Up to 10-year term. First 6 to 12 months of payments are deferred. So even if it's a 10-year term, you have 11 years to pay it off. No collateral or personal guarantee, which is a huge component. You don't have to wager your loan against your business or your personal guarantee like your house. Loan forgiveness on funds used for qualifying expenses, payroll, rent, etc. And applications will go through SBA-approved banks, possibly your own business bank. So that's what they said. As of today, the updates are Chase just emailed their business customers saying you need a Chase business checking account to apply with them. The application with Chase will be entirely online, which I called my Chase rep today, and they were like, we don't know anything about it. You can use the PPP loan calculator to calculate your maximum loan. And if you're not a Chase customer, you can go to other banks and do it. You should also still consider applying for the EDIL at SBA.gov. Now that they've streamlined the application, you may qualify for a forgivable $10,000 grant. So that $10,000 grant that's EIDL is separate from the PPP loan. PPP loan is what they're saying.
John Motor, I know you're watching. Clearly, I gave you bad information.
So when I ran the PPP loan calculator earlier, the sum of payments less than taxes to U.S. employees, including owner's pay or net earnings from self-employment in the past 12 months, but not to exceed $100,000 per employee. So if you're the owner of the company and you make more than $100,000 a year, you can't take more than $100,000 for your own salary in this payment plan. If you have employees that are making 108, they're capped at 100. So I ran it through, and you could also get money for contractors, but if you don't know how 1099 contractor rules work, be careful with that, and that's a whole nother conversation. So I ran it through, and I ended up with a loan amount of like $50,000 or something like that, which is a month and a half of payroll or something like that. Because maybe I did my math wrong. The sum of payments to U.S. employees in the past 12 months. So I'm assuming that's total paid payroll, right? Is that what that's saying?
Yeah, that's what they're asking for. So the way I understood it was, you take your total payroll, including benefits and tax payments, your payroll tax payments.
Yeah.
And you take whatever your 12-month was, divided by 12. That's your monthly, and then
no, you don't have to divide it by 12. You just put in the total. So I added all of the payroll for my 4 employees, including myself, capping myself at 100, and my maximum loan amount is like $67,000, which is basically 2 months payroll, which is right, because it's only supposed to cover you for
right. And the other thing is, like, you're still. I mean, the thing that we all should be having is that in our industry our revenue shouldn't stop, so we should still be able to make payroll or parts of our payroll. So this could give small businesses like us a leg up or an advantage. It'll lengthen your run rate, or you could you could use this for payroll and free up some other assets to cover some of those things for your customers, like maybe if people buy you time as people are slower to pay.
Well, there's also customers that want to pause. I have a client right now who asked me to pause for 3 months, right? Not that it's a huge amount of money, and they've been a customer for mine even before I started Virtua, and like I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to do the best I can, pause them, but like I still need that money to make payroll. So if I can use this money for payroll, whatever money I do bring in from my other customers will get socked away into my profit account or pay for my expenses, because it's not like, let's be honest here, it's not like Google's helping us out when we're paying for Google licenses. Can't ask them for a discount, so we got to pay their butt. And so, the money coming in can be used for payroll, from the loan will be used for payroll, and everything else that's coming in can be used to pay for expenses and help rebuild. So this way, when this situation is over, any lasting effects will be nullified, because we're only 2-3 weeks in. We got to think about what's going to happen in 6 months.
Well, and what you just said there, you said a word that I think is really important, and it's a fantastic segue to wrapping this up. What I think
wrapping up?
we need to, well, no, but what you said was rebuild. And I think that's like super key, right? And so the ACES virtual conference, which is May 19th and 20th, online only. What are we calling it? ACES Conference 2020, the prequel. We want everybody to register. We want your friends to register. We want all of your businesses, anybody that that's a business owner, anybody that that's been affected by Rutabaga. We are going to have 2 days packed full of content. Not Rutabaga content, rebuilding after Rutabaga content.
If anyone knows a Rutabaga farmer who's been hit by Rutabaga, we would love to have you on the show for a comedy bit.
For a comedy bit?
All right, so let's put this out there. If you have any look, we want anyone who's an ACES attendee already to be telling their clients about the show. Their clients should be watching the show. The whole concept of the show is how to rebuild, how to keep your business surviving in a post-world apocalyptic pandemic situation. And that's what it's about. And so the content that's coming on is going to be not just IT company specific. We're going to be talking about a lot of different businesses and a lot of different business angles, of which you who own an IT business will learn a lot from. But we also want to help for the virtual show. We want to help those design firms. We want to help those restaurants. We want to help those lawyers. We want to help those architects that are out of business. We want to help those. I know lawyers. I know you want to help the interior home decorator, the cleaning companies, the bagel stores, all of them. We want to help all of them. So we want to invite everyone to come see the show. And if you have anyone you know that you think would be a great speaker for the show, topics on how to market in that post world, how to sell properly, how to, you know what, to be honest, we're looking for some exercise people. We would love to talk about fitness in a post-pandemic world. If you knew anyone, please send them our way. Justin at acesconf.com will find me. And, I'm excited for this show. We're locking up some real nice stuff. Every day we're getting closer, and every day we're getting more scared, and every day we're getting more and more done with it. Michael's excited for it. So that's going to be the show, May 19th and 20th. Details on where will be soon. We were thinking about a Facebook Live, but it probably won't happen. Register today, acesconf.com, and then click on register for May, and you can find all the details there, and you can register. We're going to support charity. We're putting some money to charity. We're giving away free tickets. Tickets are free. Free. Get your tickets. It's free.
They're free. And Michael wants snack. Now, Daddy. Snack. Now, Daddy.
He wants carrots. Michael, you want carrots? That's what I thought.
Snack.
All right. Well, this was fun.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, everybody. Hey, subscribe to the podcast, ACES Conference, the podcast on podcasts and other podcasty tools. Always check out what's happening at the acesconf.com/blog to see, what's new. We repost these Facebook Lives on YouTube, so check out our YouTube channel. Literally, you can't miss us. And if you are missing us, find someone who doesn't miss us who can teach you how to find us. That makes sense.
Smash the like button.
Oh, yeah. Subscribe and smash the like button. Boom. Bye, everyone.